do the work
all
too.
the time.
You gotta do the work.
That's right. I have an issue with that.
Yeah, you feel me?
We definitely on that same time.
You know what I mean?
Because people are always trying to leave it to somebody else.
Yo.
But God is here. God is here.
Right there.
So, so empower me through the God that's in me.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
May God be with you.
That's it.
Right there, it would have been a nice time for the drop right here.
We can do this here, watch me rock the flow. Killing it a must, never optional.
Spent guys at the crab table, still ain't signed to a rap label. DVD when I ain't have cable. I got balls, he ain't rap label. A 6D for me is man fatal. Can't see me like a bad angle.
Absolutely, ain't going nowhere. We will be forever, ever and ever.
Peace, beautiful family. This is Dr. Walter Hidalgo, and this is the Know Thyself podcast. The Know Thyself podcast utilizes the metaphor of the shelf in order to extrapolate the self. And the way we do that is we invite guests to come in and share something about themselves. And before I introduce my guest right here, check out the website www.knowthyself.tv. You'll see it below here, where you can find information on my book. Krook, you gotta check out the book, Beyond the Four Walls, The Rising Ministry and Spirituality of Hip Hop. I'm gonna send you a copy. And then if you want information on coaching, definitely hit me up. As well as a plethora of things that we offer there. The other thing I like to do is I always like to shout out a group of people and individuals, and today I want to give a super big shout out today to all my people from Rhode Island, where I was born and raised, specifically the South Side.
South Side, baby.
You feel me? South Side till I die. I always tell people, I've been all over this world, I always say South Side till I die. Shout out to all my business owners. Anybody that just takes a chance in their life through their energy, through their finances. We know the sacrifices and all that entails. So shout out to all my business owners. Shout out to all the people who promote health. I think we've commercialized, commodified the health thing. Everybody want to be a yogi, but don't nobody want to do the yogi work. You feel me? And that consists a lot of things. Because I got here with me a brother that I met online through the RI networks. I respect him, I admire him, and I'm really proud of him. My brother Eric, aka Krook Rock. That's good.
Meet you. Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure. Always
Honor.
Yes.
Yeah, and absolutely. So, as we always do, I like to contextualize things, right? So, I always tell people if we were to step back in time, into that time machine and go back to a younger Krook, right? What would we see? What would we hear? What would we smell? You know what I mean? Cause
say the year, say the year, and I'll tell you where.
Oh, let's go back. Let's do a young Krook. Like let's do 10, 11. Like, cause you're originally from.
I was born here in Providence on Broad Street.
South Side.
You know what I'm saying? But my family is Taino Arawak. From the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Dominicanos, yo. They are out here, right here. I'm Guatemalan, but you already know we part of the circuit. We family.
Definitely. Guats and Providence is synonymous, just the same as Dominican and Providence.
Yeah.
There's a big Guat population.
Oh, big, huge.
Grew up with a bunch of.
Absolutely.
And still got my closest friends, Guats. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Sure.
So talk to us about growing up in the South Side, because I don't think they know.
Well, one thing is that we're Dominican, first generation, little kids Dominicans. So I'm the first 10-year-old in the hood. Me and anybody else is 10-year-old. That's from the Dominican Republic. There never been 10-year-olds in the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Till we come around, right? So I don't know English like that. Even though we were born here, my parents didn't know English, so they only spoke Spanish.
That's facts. That's why I always tell people English was my second language, because I was by proxy just Spanish all around.
First. That's why people can still hear an accent in us, even though we speak the proper English, speak correctly in every way that you can imagine, and the accent would still be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird, and I still haven't even figured out why and how it's still present.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, what exactly sound is being made? What sound is curving into the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The accent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being that we're small Dominican kids, we're in a black neighborhood.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we're afraid of the black kids. You know what I'm saying? They you know, kind of mistreat us in a way. Not all of them. You know what I'm saying? But some of them, you know, they hear their parents talk bad about us. First of all, all these Spanish mother coming in town and they're taking over this and that.
The gualas.
You know, whatever they calling us, the parents are saying bad things about us. You know, and these kids, they don't have no reason. You know, kids don't ever have no reason to be against other kids. All kids just get along, for the most part, unless hate was taught to them, or some bias was taught to them. If no bias is taught to a kid treats any other kid, no matter what color they are, like best friends. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen that, and I've watched it with my own eyes, and I see the difference. You know what I'm saying? That there is something that goes on with the kids that changes them, because I see the little kids in the playground. They don't care if the kid is black, brown, whatever. They're like, kids, let's go play with some kids. You know what I'm saying? And they might be even more interested because the kid is black, brown, or whatever.
And how do you even see that now? That's interesting. We're talking about like race relations and given what's happening in the world right now.
Well, it's commercialism.
It's
no real racism. There's no racism. It's commercialized racism. So nobody's really full of hate for anybody in particular. Ain't nobody getting up every day to dedicate their life to hate some group of people. But the media is constantly showing that there's hate amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? So they keep that. And that division always works for higher ups. You know what I'm saying? Division in us works for them. You know what I'm saying? But it don't work for us. You know what I'm saying? We have no reason to be against each other.
It reminds me of when George Floyd, what happened with him. People were out protesting. And I never forget, there was a reel on social media. It was a Dominican doing Wash Heights, because I live in New York, right? And he was like, yo, us Dominicans, Latino, we black, yo. Like, we all from this. And it's this heightened awareness of like, we're part of this diaspora. You know, we have this lineage too.
That's something that gets tricky, you know what I'm saying? Because as we are part of it, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't recommend claiming it, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're talking about labels. So just like the black label, it's like the Latin label, Latinx label. I don't prescribe to that. So when I say stop claiming black, I say stop claiming Latino. Stop claiming Latinx. Stop taking on the labels that they put on you. You know what I'm saying? We all indigenous tribes, all men of color, that all come from the same origin. You know what I'm saying? We truly, if you study the cultures of all the indigenous people, no matter where you come from, it's so damn similar. It's hard to say that we don't have no relation. Because our cultures, the way that we carry on, you know, in the traditional senses, are very similar amongst indigenous cultures from all around the world.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, all indigenous people are, you know, related, extended family to me. Labels and all that, that's something else. That's political. That has nothing to do with our true identity.
That's right. It's made up by the consensus. The consensus made up these categories.
Right. So, which was a white guy, which had their agendas of why they wanted to do this. You know what I'm saying? But we want to feel like we belong to something. You know what I'm saying? And feel proud about it. You know, so that's where it gets tricky, because you get the black and proud feeling and sayings that were created so that there's a unity. There was a unity in that, right? okay, we're gonna call ourselves this, and we all gonna call. So now we are together. But you know, we always been together regardless.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to stand behind the label and say, yeah, we are this, and we're proud to be that. When indeed, the label itself lawfully puts you in a place that you should not want to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
And by law, you are claiming by law what is black in law. There is no goodness attached to black. And it's not an identity of a nation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in law, black means something. And you keep saying it. So you're making it law. You agreeing with the law that says what black is.
That's right.
That was not written by you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, with me is people need to find their indigenous tribes.
That's right.
It should be your purpose. If you don't know what your original tribes are, where your ancestors come from, what tribes your ancestors come from, I believe that every man, it should be his own imposed duty to find out where they come from.
And that's why this is called Know Thyself, my dude. I love it. Yo, I want to switch it up because, you know, as we always do, we're going to do this early because we're here, you know what I mean? We're in the South Side. We're in South Side Smoothies. We always invite guests to share something from their shelf. What are you going to share with us today? Where are we?
We're in South Side Smoothie. I have shelves around my shelf.
Yeah.
The shelf within my shelf is also a shelf within other shelves. You know, and I like to share black seed oil.
Yes.
Pure black seed oil has been around for thousands of years.
Yep.
And it's a natural healer that is supposed to cure everything except death. I know many people that tell me they started taking it and started feeling great within a week, whatever they were feeling. And it like heals all kind of different things. It just makes you, regulates your body in ways that's magical, you know. And what is important to me, because I'm able to bottle my own brand and sell it as my own brand. I didn't, you know, produce the black seed oil. I buy it from a company that does that work. I'm just labeling it and selling it. You know what I'm saying? And I have the honor of not only am I selling my own product, but I'm selling a life, you know, changing product.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I want to speak on that, Krook, because to bring us back, because we're in the hood, yo. You feel me? We're in a, and I mean that in a beautiful way too, not just in a socio-economic, right? I'm from here. We understand that there still exists food deserts. This concept of not having accessibility to health, but more fast food stuff. And you know, we talked about, I shout out that people that are doing their health, because this specific place, as my sister who lives right down here in Adelaide, right, shout out, she grows, everything she puts in her mouth is grown in her backyard. And she makes everything from scratch. She goes to farmers markets. You probably met her husband, Lecco. Like they know about you. We know about you, and we're proud of you. You feel me? This is dope. Why here? Why did you do this? What was the spark in your? Because I know you also partner with Child Rebel. Child Rebel.
Child Rebel.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's my cousin.
yeah. So like, talk to us about the genesis. Why here? Why do this? Because you could have done anything else.
It's definitely a long one, right? So when you're working out, as I started to really get into working out and health when I was locked up. So I was doing time from like 96 to about 2002. Around that time, I got really into getting in shape, and I was gonna come home soon, and I started to read more things about how to keep your body better, what's better for you, you know, like learning about milk products, learning about the meats, and just so much information that was out there about food and things that the everyday person don't know, that these foods are so damaging to them. You know what I'm saying? And so just me being a person that was always building, always trying to learn more and become a better, more productive person in life, I just constantly searched for more information. And as I got the information, I started to change myself. As I'm changing myself, other people are seeing how I'm preserving my youth and looking youthful, and not just in my appearance, but in my aura and my character. You know what I'm saying? So
speak on it.
Now you're a true experience, living proof of that this lifestyle is effective. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now just me loving the lifestyle and living the lifestyle for myself, but loving my community and knowing that every time I wanted to eat healthy, I got to go to the white side of town. I got to go to all the way over here. There was nothing in the hood that is vegan, health driven. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Everything is fried foods, is oily foods, is starchy foods.
Not dairy,
cheese. Cheese on everything. Meat, and these meats are produced terribly, and people are ignoring the fact of how these animals are being manufactured. Because if they saw it with their own eyes, they would not keep eating it. You know what I'm saying? Not because the animal itself is unhealthy, but because the manufacturing of the animal makes it unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Because we're overeating, so we're overproducing and overconsuming, so everything is overly done. And once you're overdoing things, then it's gonna affect something negative.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Krook, what are some books, documentaries that kind of helped you in your journey that you can, share with the audience? What are the books you should read, or the movies?
Real quick, because I want to make sure that we finish the fact that I said I couldn't find it for myself. So I thought about the community and knew that the community couldn't find it for themselves either. And if I didn't do something, who's gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? So I felt I had the power, the motivation, the hustle, and drive to make it happen, and so it happened. You know what I'm saying? And now, one of the books that I read that completely changed me is called Drugs Masquerading as Foods by Suzar. Now, drugs masquerading as foods.
Wow, just the title, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you realize that there's chemicals and toxins in all these things that we call food.
That's right.
And people are consuming it because they're mixing food with it and calling it food, but it's really loaded with drugs, with addictive stuff that messes up your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So reading that book right there and going deep into what different foods are what, and the alkaline pH levels, power hydrogen, the megahertz. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that truly affect the body, and how the foods actually work in a scientific level.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so reading that book alone, right there, just made me really get strict about what I believe in. You know, like, if I believe in this, then I have to follow it a lot more.
And that's
you know what I'm saying?
And that's why they say you are what you eat, right?
Yep.
You know, what you put into your body is a reflection of the exterior. And it's even deeper too, because it reflects out to the community, extends, because you're seeing the lifestyle change. And you know what's so crazy, my brother? The same thing happened to my sister, who I just mentioned to you. When she went completely vegan, over time, family was like, yo, you lost all this weight, you look great, your skin, you're this and that. And she's like, yo, I cut off meat, I've been cold turkey for 8 months. And they're like, wow. And then it just snowball effect from there. You know, and expanded out to all different aspects of their life.
That's
you
what
know
it
does.
does. That's what it does. Just to change, even when you start adding sea moss, because
shout out to sea moss.
That's the basis of our business. We started off of sea moss, because I was put on to CMOS 10 years ago. I knew how healthy it was. And another thing, Dr. Sebi also
Shout out to Dr.
was a
Sebi,
major influence, and I had to watch all of his videos, memorize everything he said, and try to be like him as much as I could. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it empowered me because of the fact that he was no doctor, that he was nobody that went to school for anything, and that you can learn everything that you want to learn about health and the body and just anything in the world.
Absolutely.
You can learn it if you want to learn it.
Absolutely.
And you can become an expert in that if you want to. And so he showed me that, so it allowed me to even have more confidence in learning what I'm learning, saying the things that I'm saying, because I've actually learned this, I've actually studied this. I'm actually living proof of how it works. You know what I'm saying? So Sebi definitely influenced me heavy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm able to like really jump into this, and people come to me with questions online, in person, ask me questions, and they really think like I really know. And I just study every day a little bit more.
But that's it.
Somebody asked me a question today that I might not have been able to answer, and then I'm like, damn, I got to be able to answer this question. And so I go into the research and then learn as much as I can about that. So now next time somebody comes and asks me, I'm more sure and have actual answers for them. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process. I've been learning, I've been changing, and my peoples, my followers, which I call them followers because that's what the internet calls them, but I wouldn't call them followers. You know what I'm saying? I'll call them my friends. I'll call them my people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? My nation, my tribe. You know what I'm saying?
The family,
you know, the family, the ones that see reality, see truth. And we're together by truth. Not because you think I'm cute or I got money or you know what I'm saying, or you think I'm famous. No, we're connected by the truth that we agree on. You know what I'm saying?
Slow down, son. You're killing it. All right, because there's so much to cover and so much I want to talk, but I want to switch it up a little bit. Okay, just because one other common denominator that brings us all together is what KRS-One called higher infinite power, healing our people. Hip hop turned 50 last year, my brother. We all part of this culture. I don't care what color, socioeconomic. It just really. So a lot of the work that I did was I traveled all around the world, asking people primarily, what is hip hop, and is hip hop spiritual? Is it providing some purpose into your life? Just because in 2012, a lot of young adults left churches and synagogues. It was the biggest decline. But the spirituality in this country went up high, and at the same time, social media was on the rise too. Where do you see the culture now, my brother? And how does the culture influence the work that you do? Well, because, and I say this, prefacing the fact that I was here last night witnessing, like I was back in the Bronx in like 19, you know what I mean?
90s. Yeah, so hip hop is everything, to me in particular. And we came up with a mixtape maybe 10 years ago called God is Hip Hop. And I personally believe that God is the religion of the new man. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is the religion of the new man, because hip hop is the only one that doesn't exclude people. That doesn't say that them people are not good and we are chosen and the rest are no good. You know what I'm saying? There's no boundaries, you know, in hip hop as far as who can be hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You got what Muslims, you got a few white Muslims come in, the black Muslims, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the Jewish, then you got the black Jews, the white Jews. It's all this division and separation when you're in a religion. Oh, 'cause these ones don't eat this stuff and these ones eat that stuff. There's always something that divides the people. Where in hip hop, everything unites the people. Even when you do something that's awkward, it's still hip hop. right? It came from hip hop, so it's still hip hop, so we claim it, right? We don't shun something that is not acting like we want it to act, right? If they're saying something different than what we like, but it's still hip hop though. And you can't say that it's not hip hop just because he's not saying something you agree with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where in a religion, you're not that religion if you say something that the religious leaders say, this is what law is in this religion. You know what I'm saying? Where hip hop, there is no set law, but there are principles and elements that, you know, if you're traditional, and I think to be traditional is to be the most authentic way of being hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Where if you avoid the traditions and elements of hip hop, then you're only using hip hop for some sort of gain or advantage.
That's right.
If you only want to recognize one or two of the elements for your own personal use or pleasure or money making. You know what I'm saying? So when you got all the elements of hip hop, DJing, rapping, graffiti, breakdancing, the culture, the language, the hustle, the creativity, you know what I'm saying? And then health was also added to it because we want to be a complete, you know what I'm saying? So in hip hop, why hip hop is God, is the religion of all. Because if you follow all the elements of hip hop, it will make you right. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge of self is to know yourself.
That's right.
Is part of the hip hop elements.
That's right.
That's something that everyone must do.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So if you do that and you know yourself, you're gonna have a different confidence about the way you carry yourself, knowing yourself, or off rip. If you're a DJ, right? You think that it don't make sense, but being a good DJ means you know how to set the mood.
That's right.
You know how to set the tone. If you have some guests with you, you know what to play to make everybody feel good. You know how to read the crowd. So DJing skill right there also helps there. And oral skills to be an MC, to be able to speak clearly, to say what you want to say and communicate it exactly how you want it to be heard and understood. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a rapper. If you can speak clearly and loud and confidently, wherever you go, people are going to listen to you. They're going to respect you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you got the break dancing, which keeps you in shape. Yes. Anybody that break dances for 15, 20 minutes a day is going to be one of the most healthiest people out there.
That's right.
So you don't have to be a professional break dancer, but break dance every day for 15, 20 minutes. See if you're not going to be in great shape. We got the fashion. You know what I'm saying? Looking fresh is not just about, you know, being a show-off. It's part of culture and inspiration.
That's right.
It's an artistic expression, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That inspires others to make you feel unique, you know what I'm saying? And alive. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm unique and I'm alive. Look at the colors, look at my style. You know what I'm saying? And okay, now you could be attracted to that energy, and you know that there's energy there that's positive. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's attractive. So you're attracting. Like all the elements are bringing you to a higher place as a person. You know what I'm saying? And so I believe that hip hop is a religion, except when it's called hip hop and it's not hip hop. Because this is where we have a lot of issues. We know that a lot of this is not hip hop. They're rapping. But guess what? The songs don't even have a DJ in them. So one element's gone. There's no beatbox in it. Another element gone. You know what I'm saying? And the only elements they use is the fashion and the rapping. In the new so-called is rapping in this pop rap fashion. And in a sale, in a commercial. It's a commercial also.
Right.
Because every record is promoting several brands. Every record that's on popular
That's right.
radio.
And it's interesting you're saying that. I was having this conversation with somebody as it relates to how we're seeing the rise of women MCs, because they're
Women rappers?
or rappers. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, because they're more easily because we're living in the world of attention, right? Attention is currency. You know what I mean? So a woman that is attractive, who can spit, it probably will draw more numbers and people toward their page versus a dude that's rapping. So it's more of a great gimmick for them as women because they're aesthetically more pleasing, so they can get the makeup endorsement, the clothes endorsements. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting. I want to switch it a little bit with you, Krook. We're going to stay in hip hop, but we're right here next to the chessboard, yo. Because I know one of my favorite groups of all time, as you already know, my brother, the Wu, right? I've taught chess, even to my daughter. Chess is the game of life. How do you move in life with chess, man?
Truthfully, too. I mean, they even made it where white goes first.
Yep. Right. Yeah. Think about that part.
And I've always debated myself about if I should keep that rule at the hip hop chess club or switch it so now it doesn't matter if it's white or black. There's no set one goes first.
Or rock, paper, scissors or something.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a good
maybe
observation.
it's the way that it's set up regardless. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, chess definitely something that I learned again while I was locked up. Another life altering and me seeking higher thinking and stuff like that. So I was attracted to the chess just because it was difficult.
Can you say that one more time? Just say that one more time, please.
I was attracted to chess because it was difficult.
Because we're living in a world where people just want things
easy. Everybody wants it easy, and if they have to do a little bit of work for it, it bothers them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they truly get upset about even having to park a little further away. People will drive around a parking lot and go right by parking spots. Go right by a parking spot just to try to find one closer to the door. And it's a shame. It's a shame that is a program. It's a program. You're programmed to be lazy. You're programmed to want it easy. You're programmed to get a shortcut every chance you can. Because it don't make no sense, because I know that you're honestly not thinking that walking this much more is really going to make a difference in your day. You know what I'm saying? So there must be some sort of programming happening that goes straight to the point of, I'm not going to get a far parking spot. I got to get a close one. Because logically, it don't make no sense. So what, you park there, and it's going to be a few extra seconds. You gain a few extra steps. That's better for your health. It's only a few extra seconds. It's not even minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild. And I be with people sometimes when they start to ride. I'm like, where you going? There's a parking right here. Well, we can't walk from here to there. Who cares? Just park here. We just walk. I don't know if that's what we were.
Nah, you good. Without, you're a dad.
Yes, sir.
You're a business owner.
Yeah.
You're a hip hop dad, yo. That's deep, right? You're an entrepreneur.
Yep.
I'm like we all should be. You're a seeker, and you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, Krook. I feel it. So, what's one piece of advice you would give to that young person that's trying to follow your path?
I mean, if he's trying to follow my path, then he's already doing good. You know what I'm saying? Because if you saw me and you know me and you feel like you're going to follow me, then you're already doing the right thing. You must be really paying attention, you know what I'm saying? Well, it all comes down to believing in yourself, but believing that it's God. I would never leave God out of it, because it seems like that's the changing, deciding difference in my life. You know what I'm saying? Is my belief, my faith, my connection, you know what I'm saying, with God, and knowing that if God does not lead me, then I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how hard things have gotten for me, and going through so many different hells, and still finding a way to survive because I didn't waste my time being mad at not being where I want to be, because I already knew that God got me. There's a way out of this. There's a better way. It's bound to happen. Just stick with it. Just keep going. Keep thinking. Keep loving what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't believe in anybody else that tells you anything else except go. You know what I mean? But we have to be smart. We have to be realistic. We live in a world where we must pay our dues. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot live in this world fantasizing about the life that you want, because you still have to pay a bill if you're grown. You still have to go get money. So if the thing that you love is not making you money, you have to be able to make the sacrifice to go find something that makes you money so that you can pay your bills, get that out the way so you can continue to do the thing that you love. But you're gonna hate the thing that you love when you try to make money from it and it doesn't happen. Now you hate it. Now you don't want nothing to do with it because I invested all my time and effort and years into trying to make it in the music and whatever it is, and I didn't never make it. I just wasted mad time. And now they don't want to do it. Now they don't want to record. They don't want to rap. They don't want to perform because that was a waste of time to them. And it's too bad that you call the thing that you love, that kept you in the spirit all them years, you calling it a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? When you could still be doing it, loving it, being pure in the art when you don't think about it making you money. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Just don't think about how you're gonna make money off of it if you really love the art of it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
There's plenty of people that just want to do things for the money they can get out of it. I just think that rapping is not where you do that at.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, go out in the world and do something that you love to do, and if it doesn't pay you, find something else that pays you, but never stop doing the thing that you love to do.
Right.
One day it will pay you.
That's right.
One day it will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To live in purpose, to do things, you know, because we got a lot of people walking this earth like zombies, man, purposeless. And you gotta find that intersectionality between how you survive in this world and find joy and purpose into it. And through service, like you're serving the community, you know what I mean? Krook, if people wanna contact you, visit the store, give us all your information, all your handles, all that good stuff.
South Side Smoothie is located at 402 Prairie Avenue in Providence, Rhode Island. And my name is Krook Rock with a K, K-R-O-K-R-O-C-K. On most social medias, even though, you know, I've been kicked off a few social medias and had to create new pages without the official name. But you're gonna find me because I'm the only Krook Rock. But it's like, you can't keep it real out here, man. You can't say how you feel, even though you're actually not disrespecting anyone in particular. Right. You're not attacking anyone in particular. You're just saying what's on your mind. You're not even using offensive language, and they will still ban you because they didn't like the topic.
Of course, yeah. Shadow banning people, a lot of funny stuff.
I thought somebody hacked my thing, and months later, I found out that it was them.
Yeah.
Because they don't send you like a message saying, "Hey, we took you down for whatever reason." I'm just like, I can't get in my joint.
Yeah, facts. That's the way
you know
they
what I'm
do
saying?
it. Yeah.
And then months later, I found like something. I don't know. I tried to get in on another phone or something, and then it said, "Nah, you're banned because of this or whatever." For going against the community guidelines. What community?
That's the part.
You know what I'm saying?
Build it, but
what community? I know what I'm doing in my community.
Facts.
No one's gonna block what I'm doing in my community.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing health awareness.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Giving away smoothies. I done brought smoothies to people in the hospital bed. I done went to their houses out of town to bring them sea moss. because they told me how bad they were doing and didn't take no money from them just because they were actually sick. And I don't do this because I want to make money. This is not my choice of business because I thought it was a great business idea. You know what I'm saying? I did it because of the service that it's bringing to the people. You know what I'm saying? I want the people to be healed, to be in a greater state. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
I'm ready. Krook,
You know?
It's funny when before we started, Drink Champs is on, we were listening, and what does the brother Nori always say? You gotta give flowers to people while they're still alive. You know?
Yeah.
So my brother Krook, I wanna give you your flowers, my brother.
Appreciate you.
Your dandelions, you know, your cannabis leaves, you feel me? Because my brother, all of that, because you know what? Honestly, man, we don't say this enough as men, but, you know, I'm proud of you, man. We gotta tell each other we're proud of each other because life is real. You feel me? And we gotta empower each other all the time.
All the time. I tell all the brothers, everybody doing their thing. I'm proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I'm excited. You know, you have to truly be excited though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because it's kind of like I tell people let's go with the God thing, right? I don't like when people say, lo dejamos en la mano de Dios. We leave it in God's hands.
Yeah.
And you don't do nothing.
Right.
Yo, you gotta meet God halfway. You gotta do the work
all
too.
The time. That's
you gotta
right.
do the work.
That's right. I have an issue with that.
Yeah, you feel me?
You know, we're definitely on that same time.
You know what I mean?
Because people are always trying to leave it to somebody else.
Yo.
But God is here. God is here.
Right there.
So, you know, so empower me through the God that's in me.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
May God be with you.
That's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
What we are is what they call the Imago Dei, the image and likeness of the divine, my brother. As we always do in the Know That Shelf, we end with a quote. This one comes from Josh Billings, and it reads as such. Health is like money. We never have a true idea of its value until we lose it. Peace, family.
That's right. Y'all ready?
South Side, we here.
Could have kept going.
Oh, you already know forever.
You know, feeling boom. Got that light so dim in the room. Got the other light, cause you know I turn it doom. Then my man Mel on the beat. Keep on the beat in the back unique. She wanna be on me like a freak.